Hi everyone, Jen Fuentecilla here, Director of Christian Education at First United Methodist Church. And we are continuing with our Gen Talks. It's great to have a member of an important committee at church here with me this morning. This is Karl Bunker. Hi, Karl.
Hi, Jen.
How are you? And how are you and your family doing during this time?
We're doing well, thank you. We're very blessed. Both Leslie and I and all of our extended family have fortunately not had anyone ill as a result of the COVID-19 virus. And we're trying, with my parents right across the street, we're trying to protect them as much as possible. Same with Leslie's mom. And so we're very cautious, but we're doing well.
Well, that's good to hear. Cautious is key because as things begin to open, people still need to be mindful of safe practices to continue to stay healthy. So I'm glad that you have all been doing well.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes. So today it's great to have you here. I think it's a great opportunity to talk about one of the important committees on campus and within our church, the Endowment Committee. Could you tell us, I have some questions here, what the Endowment Committee is and what does it do?
Sure. So the Endowment Committee was established by the Church Council to provide members and friends opportunities to make charitable gifts to First United Methodist Church Chula Vista that will become what's called a permanent endowment of financial support and a living memorial. The committee also has responsibility for providing stewardship and financial education opportunities for the members of the church.
Right. And so how does the endowment work and how do funds benefit the church overall?
Sure. Yeah. So an endowment is different than a regular donation in that it's made with the intent that that the donation itself won't ever be spent. Only the results of investing that endowment will be used. And by doing that, as I said, the original donation won't ever be depleted. So the church can receive funds from the donation pretty much indefinitely. The donor can specify a particular ministry they would like the endowment to support, or it can be used for general church operations.
Okay, so if someone wanted to endow funds to the children's ministry or music ministry, that could be specified.
Yep, absolutely.
And how long has the church been using funds and how are the distributions used? I guess if they are for the church in general, how in the past have these funds been used?
Well, so the Endowment Committee was established in 1996. Prior to that, the management of endowed gifts was the responsibility of the trustees. And we do have several endowments that were in existence at the time the committee was created that the church has benefited for even longer than since 1996. So I mentioned originally that donors have the option to specify how proceeds from their endowment fund are used. Today, we've got a variety of ministries with endowments. We have 3 funds that specifically support scholarships. Each year, the scholarship committee gives out over $10,000 in scholarships to deserving students of the congregation. We have 2 funds that support local missions and one that supports global missions. And then there are several individual funds that support the music ministry, facility maintenance, and pastoral housing. Last year, over $41,000 in total were distributed to global.
That is amazing. So for scholarships that someone could apply, and this could they could receive funds for college or for
Postgraduate education, any kind of postgraduate education. Yeah,
postgrad.
My understanding is the announcement about this year's scholarship doing a call for applications should be coming out very shortly.
Okay, very good, and that's wonderful. Where does the money come from that goes into these funds? So donors, like you said, can set up a monthly or a one-time donation, like you shared, or quarterly.
Sure. So endowments get funded really one of two ways, either through general donations, and about half of our funds are funded that way, where someone has come into some money or decided that they want to be a blessing while they're alive and give a donation to a particular ministry area that they are interested in and want to see thrive. And that can be done the same way you can do an offering, either a one-time donation, a monthly donation, any way that's convenient for the individual. We do have some guidelines about creating new funds where there's certain thresholds before a whole brand new fund will be created, but those are pretty flexible. The other way that endowments are funded is through bequests. So people in their estate planning indicate that they would like a gift to go to Chula Vista First United Methodist, and when their estate is settled, funds come in that way. And in their estate planning, they can specify how those funds will be used.
So if someone wanted more information, Karl, or to set something up, should they contact you or someone in the office?
Yep. So I'm always happy to talk to people about the endowments. It's something I've been passionate about. I've been on the committee since it started in 1996. In fact, I started as a co-chair with Charlotte Helms, and so yeah, I'm happy to talk to anyone. Ariana in the church office has lots of information about endowments, and anyone on the endowment committee certainly can talk, but I think myself and Ariana would be the first point of contact.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing the information about this committee and the fund and how funds are used and how people can specify and how to give. As we speak today, is there anything that you would like to share with our church congregation at this time or lift up in prayer?
Yeah, I think my heart is currently really captured by the issues with Black Lives Matter. I appreciate the dialogue that the church has been having, and it's something I have with my other nonprofits, thinking about how we can have a positive impact and not just talk about it, but do something meaningful. And so I lift up our whole nation, and that we can find out ways to combat the issue that is causing the terrible problems we have on top of our pandemic today.
Yes, absolutely. I think it's a great opportunity to put our faith in action, and it's great to be part of a church community who wants to do so. Yes. Well, thank you so much for chatting with me and sharing this important information with me and with our congregation.
I'm happy to do it. I look forward to seeing all of you in church one day soon.
I do too. All right. Thank you, Karl. Have a wonderful day.
Thanks. Bye.